remember, people need to buy a ticket as soon as the ticket then drop, because the ticket then going to fly off the shelf, especially that first game coming June 22nd against Mexico in Houston. If the Reggae Boy can get that first spot, we will avoid Argentina in the quarterfinal. But if we finish runner-up, we more likely going to face Argentina in the quarterfinal. Yeah, man, people, welcome back to the channel, and bless upon yourself. Hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Last night was the big jar. Last night was that big jar. That jar just seems like it was a World Cup not even World Cup qualifier, but a FIFA World Cup final. It seems like we have been drawn into a World Cup zone. It have that hype, it have that buzz, and it have that energy, it have that sparks. When you look on the podium, Zanetti, Rocco Santa Cruz, Ronaldinho, Garcho, so many great players, on the podium doing the draws. But look, Group B reaction, Reggae Boyz have drawn into Group B, with the likes of Mexico, Venezuela, Ecuador, big teams, 2 CONMEBOL teams and 1 CONCACAF team. But there was a little, I wouldn't say it was a misunderstanding or anything, or a little controversial. We're supposed to go over the other side of Group D, where Brazil, Colombia, Paraguay, and slash Honduras and Costa Rica, that playing tournament, that playing game that they're supposed to play in March. But many Jamaicans expect, Reggae Boyz fans would love to see Jamaica versus, Brazil, as you don't get these head-to-head very often. You don't get these head-to-head, and this would have been a blockbuster game. This would have been a blockbuster game. The Reggae Boyz versus the Samba Boys. But fortunately, we got shift over, and we are in Group B. I think there was some you can't have more than 3 CONMEBOL team in one zone, and you have to have 2 CONCACAF team in one zone. So I think that was the motion about that. But I'm going to start off with the fixtures. The first game will be against Mexico. The first game will be against Mexico in the NRG Stadium, June the 22nd, and the second game will be, I think it will be Venezuela, not Venezuela, Ecuador, June 26th. The second game will be June 26th against Ecuador, and the third game will be June 30, against Venezuela. But this was my fear, playing all the games on the West Coast, playing Mexico on the West Coast in Houston, in the NRG Stadium. This game it's going to be a cracker. One, the hype with the Copa America. 2, Mexico have something to prove, defending champion. After Gold Cup look to come in really hard. They've been poor in the last couple of World Cups now. So they have to be trying to, get some limelight in around, the Gold Cup, especially the Copa America. They don't really done well, over the last 2 Copa America they have been playing in. But, it is what it is. But this game going to be a big one. This one going to be a big one. You're going to see a lot of reaction, from the Mexican fans. Mexico is a team that they always started a tournament really good and a hype. Remember the World Cup, Germany, Gold Cup previously. They blank Honduras 4-0. So Mexico is a team that love to start and a high. And the Reggae Boyz will have something up their sleeve for them. But, coach, the Icelandic coach, Aymir Algrinson, he have to have something in place for this group, but against Ecuador, Ecuador is one of them teams that, play at altitude, a really fit team. Same thing, with Venezuela, play their home game in Caracas. Ecuador play their game in Quito, very altitude country, but the heat going to be a wicked thing. That's another factor into it, why I don't really want us to play so many games on the West Coast. The heat on the West Coast is different from the East Coast. The heat in Texas, the heat in Las Vegas, it's difficult The Allegiant Stadium where we're going to play Ecuador, that's in Las Vegas. We're going to play Venezuela in Texas. We're going to play Mexico in Houston. It's the root of the Mexican fans, and it's the root of all heat. Some wicked, humid weather down at that place, may I tell you. But we just have to just go there and just deal with it. Hope we can get, that can get accustomed to the heat and all of that. The Premier League, the English Premier League will finish May the 19th, and the tournament will kickstart the 20th. Yeah, the tournament will kickstart the 20th. So, we have a month from there. So the players, nobody come with the lay and tell with about, oh, you need a 3-week vacation and you turn up a week before Copa America camp. This is preparation for the big thing coming up in September. Yeah, we would love to go as far as possible in the Copa, but this should be big preparation, for the World Cup qualifiers coming up next September, and we should use, the Nations League to get us really prepared. We're going to play America in March. In I think it's in Dallas. On the West Coast again, the Heat. So hope we can use these games to prepare for this work. I think we're gonna play two Nations League game. If we don't make it to the final, we have a third place. So hope we can use these two games coming up in March as preparation for. I think we'd have a couple friendly dates before before the Copa America. So yeah, we're going to have some games on our belt, but the fixtures, what I have to say, we're going to play 3 games in 8 days, 4 days apart, are four from the 3 games. So one game play the 22, the another the 26, the another the 30. So we have 4 days apart to prepare for each game under the heat. So 3 games in 8 days. It's going to be a lot. It's going to be a lot after the English players coming off, a really drained season. So I hope the man can get like a week and a half, tops 2 weeks, vacate, relax them legs, stretch out them hard and everything, just refresh back your mind and come back. We need at least 2 weeks. We need at least 2 weeks at training camp for the Copa America just to get our body accustomed to the heat, because the heat, it's going to be a major factor, especially for the games on the West Coast. The game that's been in Kansas, in the Midwest, it's not going to be much of a heat. It's hot, but the West Coast heat is a different level. It's a different level. But, even the coach, the Reggae Boyz coach, he spoke about it. He spoke about it. But yeah, Mexico, is that team where the midfield, Romo, Chavez, Eric Sanchez, whichever creative midfielder played Romo and Chavez in the middle, that's the priority for the Mexican. We have to stop them from playing dynamic, from playing those triangles and control the middle. We have to stop them wing play, Jorge Sanchez, Gallardo. We have to stop the man and farm right now. Santiago Jimenez, the man that's playing in the Dutch league for Feyenoord. We have to set up our team tactically against this, Ecuador team with Preciado, the right back, Estupian. These players, Ecuador is the key, the flanks. We have to cover, the Reggae Boyz right back is our weakest position. Estupian coming up against our right back. I hope we're ready for that one. I hope we're ready for that one with Estupian coming up. Moses Caicedo is the one that's going to set the pace in the middle with Cruzo, so, and everything going to lead right into, everything going to fall right into place with Ena Valencia to just finish. But Ecuador team is not strong in the back. Not a really strong team in the back. Look, they only lost 1 game so far in the CONMEBOL World Cup qualifier. That is the first game that they played in Buenos Aires. Unfortunately, it was just magic from Lionel Messi. They only lost 1 game. Venezuela is our next team. They only lost 1 game, and that's the first game of the World Cup qualified champion, where they lose 2-1 away to Colombia. So they haven't lost a game since they went to Brazil. They cut that point. Yeah, they cut that big point in Brazil. I think they won 2 games and draw 3 and lose 1. So yeah, Venezuela is right up there in the CONMEBOL table. The CONMEBOL World Cup qualifier is one of the hardest continental region get out to qualify for the World Cup. We saw Chile won back-to-back Copa, 2015, 2016, and where they couldn't qualify for the last two World Cups now. So yeah, Venezuela is a team that was down in the pump, but they hop. They have players like Casares Jr. in the middle play for Toulouse. Yangel Herrera, for play for Girona. In the Spanish La Liga, you saw Girona is playing really good right now. You have Jose Martinez, the big CDM midfielder from Philadelphia Union, Andre Blake, Damian Lowe, know him personally. So, yeah, it's going to be, and you have another player, so Teldo for Venezuela, number 10, really good player. But the Venezuelan team, it's all about in the midfield, Yangel Herrera, Soteldo, Casares. He started this player, played. He started this player playing in the Italian league, Rincon. I think he's playing in the MLS now. I think, he's kind of up in age, 34. But the three men in the midfield, Jose Martinez, Yanga Herrera, Casares Jr., those three players is what going to push the team forward and get Solomon Rondon up the pitch. Yeah, but so one of the difference, kind of happy that we got drawn into Group B, Group D, where Brazil is at, those teams, teams that, like to dominate on the ball. Jamaica, a very explosive player. But I'm not really fancy that, I don't think we would have get out of that zone. But Group B, where we at now, this is where the battle going to go down. This is where the battle going to go down. But Ecuador team, Venezuela team, whenever they play, amongst themselves in the CONMEBOL, those two teams are a team that like to sit back and play on the counter. Very aggressive. This Ecuadorian team, they play very nasty football. Very nasty football. I've seen them in the CONMEBOL qualifier, and it's not a joke. They're very tough. Very hard to break down. They can play the transition. They can keep the ball. They can play physical. They can do everything. So, this is a well-organized team. And do we have what it takes to get out of this one? Yeah, when you look at a front three, Michael Antonio, Demari Gray, Shaman Nicholson, either Leon Bailey, whoever, this front three is probably one of the biggest front three in the Copa America, to be honest, outside of Brazil and Argentina. Yeah, this is one of the, on paper, it should be one of the biggest, but, football don't play on the body yard, football don't play on the paper, but I think Jamaica can get out of this zone. And if we get out of this zone, who we going to play? Yeah, if we come second, more likely Argentina going to get out of that baby zone. Argentina is that team we're looking to play if we finish in the run-out position. Yeah, but if we can pick that spot, that number one spot, yeah, if the Reggae Boyz can pick that number one spot and let Mexico, Ecuador, Venezuela battle it out for a spot, and we can get one of those with I would say maybe our simpler team, in Group A, but either let's see, either Peru, Chile, or Canada or Trinidad will be in that zone. Yeah, but if we can pick a decent spot in this Group B and finish first, we're going to play either Peru and Chile. Yeah, but Chile is on a rebuild, Peru is on a rebuild, so we fancy our chance against these teams. But remember, if the Reggae Boy can get that first spot, we will avoid Argentina in the quarterfinal. But if we finish runner-up, we more likely going to face Argentina in the quarterfinal. So let's see. Let's see. I think that semi-final game in our section, in our bracket, will be in New Jersey. If I don't think it will be in New Jersey, over there in the MetLife Stadium. So come on, Reggae Boyz. Can we get the first spot? Can we finish ahead of everyone in Group B? Can we go on and go to the semi-final and play Argentina in MetLife, full up MetLife Stadium? Get all those Reggae Boyz supporters on the Northeast in the tri-state area to come and support. Remember, people need to buy a ticket as soon as the ticket then drop, because the ticket then going to fly off the shelf, especially that first game coming June 22nd against Mexico in Houston. come out, support the boys. Look, much more for come from the Copa America off Nicardo Media House page. Look out for it. This is a quick reaction of the group. Big things to come. Bless upon yourself. Salute, peace and love, unity.